Looky there, Jasper's in love. Jasper the Fastmaster is ready for tonight's main event for the over 50 stars. Quick calculation. This would be a Fastmaster in the year 2042. Would that be right? He's a little thunderhead. We're glad he's here tonight to watch the action. And what action we have. The feature event with the $750,000 a copy XJ220 Jags on the racetrack. 5 of our all-time heroes to drive them. They're warming the tires and getting ready for action, ladies and gentlemen. The top 2 move to the Fastmaster final and a chance to race for $100,000. Harry Gant, your pole sitter, here to call the action, the Gary and Larry Show.
That baby was drooling, and so was Jasper. All right. Well, look at the mantle here. 55 NASCAR wins represented here tonight. 16 World Sports Car wins. 14 Indianapolis 500 starts. 2 Daytona 500 victories. 2 victories in the 12 hours of Sebring, 2 victories in the 24 hours of Daytona. A who's who in motorsports here this weekend for round 2 of the Fastmasters. Championships in all these sanctioning bodies. Once again, Harry Gant, the surprise fast qualifier. He starts up front. Brian Redmond second, Pete Hamilton third, number 3. Donnie Allison is fourth, in 6th. And David Hobbs transferring will start last in 7th.
And you know what, Gary? All those championships, and all those wins, and all that stuff, they don't amount to a hell of beans right now. The only thing that matters is who wins this race.
A whole lot of pride at stake this evening. They will get the green flag, a single file start. Harry Gant, Handsome Harry, the active Winston Cup driver.
Well, looks like
he gets a good jump, but here comes, look at the 7 car.
Look at Hobbs.
Look at Hobbs. He's picked up 1 position, tried to pick up a 2nd position, tried to move inside Pete Hamilton. We're going to restart him. They didn't like what Hobbs did. Yellow light will be on coming down the backstretch. Do these guys know this? Do these guys know about this yellow light and this restart business? I'm not sure we covered that in the driver's meeting because they haven't slowed down.
Look out. There goes Hobbs.
There goes Hobbs on the inside, and he's going to try to pick up a position or not because the yellow flag stays out.
Well, I think they'll figure it out here pretty quick if they haven't already, that they're going to have to get another restart.
Well, this event being sanctioned by USAC and Bill Carey, the USAC midget starter, shows the yellow flag. He has the pearl flag pointing right down to David Hobbs saying, don't you dare do that again or I'll black flag you.
Hey, Hobbs had it figured out. He knew how to gain the most spots. If you do it before the green flag comes out, it's a lot easier.
It's not cheating if you do it with finesse.
It's not cheating if you don't get caught.
Well, he got caught, though. All right, once again, Harry Gant will lead the parade down the backstretch. Tucked in behind will be Brian Redmond. Pete Hamilton starts 3rd. He's in car number 3, Redmond in car 8. Donnie Allison starts 4th in car 6, and David Hobbs and the silver number 7. Let's see what Hobbs tries this time.
Well, these guys are pretty close to each other. Now, remember, getting into that turn 1, they got to be very careful they don't run into the guy in front of them. When they all get on the
laying back to get on the throttle earlier, maybe getting a run down the front stretch, maybe a little...
Right. Well, there goes the green. I'm not sure everybody was ready right now.
They have to upshift and then downshift again to get into the first corner. Fast qualifier for the evening. Harry Gant, Handsome Harry, Mr. September, is out in front. Oh, he's got a problem. He missed a shift. He missed a shift, and that could cost him a chance to go to the finals on the 21st of August. That could be a very costly mistake.
Well, that's very easy to do in these race cars. I think it's very easy to miss something like that. He's already back to 3rd spot.
Brian Redmond up to the lead. 2nd now is Pete Hamilton. Harry Gant drops to 3rd. Remember, no point system tonight. Throw your computer out, your calculator, because the first 2 guys to cross the finish line are going to go on to the championship round and a shot at $100,000. Well, Harry's had all kinds of trouble. He's smoking.
He missed the corner. He missed the corner. He's going to lose a lap.
He's going to lose a lap, so Harry Gant can head on back to Taylorsville, North Carolina, because he's out of competition.
See, even the best of them can get flustered. He missed that shift, much as Bob Aiken did last week.
Lost his rhythm.
And he just kind of lost his rhythm. He lost everything that he was doing, and it really has cost him his chance to get into the finals. I'll tell you, it's too bad. But that happens to the best of drivers. When a mistake like that happens that you're not really ready for.
2 laps are down. The top 2 have pulled away, but here comes number 7. Here comes David Hobbs. He starts to close in that 3rd position. Now remember, only 2 will transfer. We've added the brake lights this week.
Yeah, Hobbs he got a little bit behind there on that start when I think Gant got kind of in his way. He had to get out of the throttle. He's going to try very hard now. But look at Hamilton. Hamilton's not known driver, but Redmond is not pulling away from him one bit. He's right there about 2 car lengths back, and actually seems to gain on him getting into this. Uh-oh, if Redmond makes many mistakes like that, he won't take
Hamilton's going to have him. Hamilton retired from active competition in his mid-30s. He doesn't look much older than that right now.
Now
Hamilton makes a mistake. He loses some ground to Hobbs in that silver 7.
Gary, I think we're going to find as this series goes on that it may not be the fastest driver that wins every week. It's going to be the guy who is the smoothest and makes the least mistakes. I think that's a very big factor with these guys who haven't run very much. They cannot make mistakes. And the guy that makes the least is going to win some races.
4 laps down, 4 laps to go. Almost a half straightaway advantage now between second and third. Your leader, once again, is a guy that we're not surprised to see out in front, Brian Redmond. Maybe a bit of a surprise that Pete Hamilton rides in third, and perhaps a surprise that David Hobbs is not dicing for the lead right now.
Well, I think David, he started, of course, last. He's gained a couple of spots. He's gaining on Hamilton right now, and it's not a very long race, so he's going to have to kind of get going if he wants to make this feature.
Only 2 will transfer. Remember last week, Ed the Ace McCullough surprised everybody. There's Donnie Allison in 4th. Ed the Ace won both heat races last week. He advances along with Bob Aiken from upstate New York. They'll be back to battle on the 21st of August with the winner taking home $100,000. Keep in mind that the GTE Frontrunner Award will present $1,000 to the driver that beats the most laps this evening.
That's right. Holstetter tonight, I think, Gary, is the one that got the $1,000. One had the fastest qualifier. But this is going to be an interesting first 4 to make this race if it finishes like it does right now with Redmond and Hamilton, along with Aiken and Ace and Collins.
As we rode along with Pete Hamilton there, you can see the concentration in his eyes as he was downshifting, headed for that first hard left-hand corner. So out in front, Brian Redmond, really to no one's surprise, a very accomplished road racer, still is very active in vintage racing. Those vintage guys really get the program.
And of course, this is David Hobbs running in 3rd and Donnie Allison running in 4th. Donnie builds those Legends cars, some of the things that we've run once in a while here.
But right now, I think I'd just as soon be in one of these Super Jags to be one of those Legend cars, like running one time. There's the white flag, and look at the gap between 1st and 2nd. Brian Redmond out there by himself, everything very much under control. There's some information regarding his expertise in the 24 hours of Daytona. Winner twice down there. Uh-oh, number 3, that's Pete Hamilton. Pete Hamilton, David Hobbs is going to advance. David Hobbs may make it. No.
That's too bad. I mean, Hamilton had things well in hand. He was way out in front of Hobbs. But it's just like
ain't over till it's over.
It's not over till it's over, and it's the driver that makes the least mistakes. Those are the guys that are going to win the races.
There is the dual checkered flags. Brian Redmond out of Florida takes the victory, and here comes his buddy. You saw the exuberance when Hobbs won that semi. You saw the exuberance displayed by Redmond, and oh, what a sorry happening.
He's got to be so happy. He'll be saying all kinds of those funny words we can't understand from making understand.
I got to tell you one thing about David Hobbs. I did a race at Sebring with him a couple of years ago, had dinner one night, and the waitress thought he was Crocodile Dundee, and we could not convince her otherwise. Thought he was Paul Hogan. Now, there's a look at Pete, and he has to be disappointed right now. One mistake that kind of bounced the hand on the steering wheel. Once again, let's take a look at what cost him a chance at $100,000.
He just got on the brakes too late, Gary. He just didn't get on the brakes in time. He just overshot the corner, and when he did, he had to turn around and come back because he didn't want to be penalized the whole lap. And it really did cost him a chance at that $100,000. And I know he's got to be the most disappointed guy here because he knows it was just one short mistake that made the big difference.
So the road racers, the guys that we thought might have an excellent opportunity here this evening because of that section down through 1 and 2 in the infield. It's Brian Redmond and David Hobbs advancing. So we have now 4 for our championship round on August the 21st. And of course, we come back with Chapter 3 of the Fastmasters in a couple of weeks here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. And there you are, Redmond and Hobbs. They'll transfer. We're coming back. You stay with us.
Donnie Allison drove in the Indianapolis 500 as a rookie for A.J. Foyt, and he finished 4th, winning the Rookie of the Year award. The next day, he was down in Charlotte for the World 600, which he won, driving this very car, a Banjo Matthews Ford. 1971, he went back to Indianapolis to drive for Foyt again, and he finished 6th. The next day, down to Charlotte for the World 600 to drive for the Wood Brothers, and he finished 2nd. But did you know about the extra amount of traveling that Donnie had to do on both of those weekends? He had to leave Indianapolis after qualifying, go down to Charlotte to qualify, return to Indianapolis for the 500, and then go back down the next day to Charlotte for the 600. And in both years, out of respect for the people at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as soon as Charlotte was over, he jumped in his plane and flew back to Indianapolis for the victory banquet. A lot of extra miles, but with 4 good paydays, Donnie made out okay.
Thank you very much, Donald Davidson. I think he worked as hard tonight as he did on that very busy couple of days. Donnie Allison coming home 4th tonight in the feature event for the Fastmasters. Here in Victory Lane, yeah, it turned out the way we expected, I guess. Brian Redmond wins it, David Hobbs second, the road racers on top. But it certainly was a convoluted way by which we got there. You, my friend, were the fastest from the beginning, and my congratulations, Brian Redmond.
Well, thank you very much. It was really a nice event, and congratulations to TWA and to TWR and Fastmasters. The cars were really, really beautiful, and it was a great evening. There were no bad incidents, unlike last weekend, and the cars will live to fight again.
Well, indeed, with all of your experience in Jags, I suppose that might have been a help. But it seemed to me that tonight it was the man who was cool, calm, and collected who came home the winner.
Well, it's nice to be cool, calm. Do I look cool and calm?
Well, I want to ask you, though, you race about 9, 10 vintage events a year, but you told me last night was a sleepless night.
A sleepless night. It was reminded me of real racing days. I didn't sleep a wink all night long. I was going round and round the circuit.
Tonight you get the payoff. Terry Lee is the managing partner of Tom Wood Jaguar, and he has the trophy commemorating your victory, and our genuine congratulations here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Would you like to say congratulations to our winner tonight?
Congratulations, Brian. It was a wonderful race. We look forward to seeing the finals.
Now, there's a gentleman on our left over here. If we can make a 3-shot out of this. These guys date back about 30 years together. Hobbs, as we said, one of the co-favorites, struggled and struggled and struggled, and through brilliant driving and strategy in the final, pulled out the runner-up spot. Congratulations.
You've just described it perfectly. Brilliant driving. and a large dose of luck. Poor old Harry Gant slid into the pylons here in the last lap, and I just absolutely could not believe my racing luck. Where's it been all those 30 years when I really needed it? But anyway, it came back tonight. I thought actually it was Brian going into the pylon, that Harry had been leading all along. But I gradually...
Well, when you're that far behind, it's hard to keep track of what's happening up front.
There's no need to add that. I must say I had a bit of a struggle. I got past the back markers there because I had to start at the back because I did the heat race first. It's just not been, well, I can't say that. It has been my day. I didn't think it was going to be in qualifying, and like Brian said, I slept fine last night, but boy, today, I was really nervous. I was more nervous today than I've been for a race for a long time because it's so, you know, I mean, this is a real white-knuckle racing, you know, 5-lap qualifying heat, 2 qualifying laps on a 5/8 of a mile. It's not like 2 laps at Elkhart Lake, you know, this is talking about a mile here, and then, of course, an 8-lap final.
In our case, we never sat in before. I mean, we never sat in the car till the final. You know, that's a hard way to do it.
Well, I had another bit of luck because my car broke for the, you know, the heat race. And I had to run across the paddock and jump in the number 7 car that we've been using over the weekend, and so I still had that for the race.
We are duly impressed with both of your efforts. The 2 British lads who 30 years ago launched their careers and wanted to be great champions find their way to Victory Lane at Indianapolis Raceway Park. They'll go to the finals and race for $100 grand. Congratulations again, Brian Redmond and David Hobbs. Now let's go to Dave Wilson.
We're down here with Pete Hamilton, and Pete, repeat after me. How many laps in the Fastmasters feature are there?
Obviously, I'm clueless. Geez, I made a rookie mistake.
Tell us what happened.
Oh man, I haven't done that in a long time. I thought it was a checkered flag when I come up off the 4th turn, so I just run all the way through I was braking before I got to the flag box. And when I got to it, I said, hell no, that's a white flag. And so by that time, I was so deep down in there, hit the brakes, but there was no stopping it. So it was a rookie mistake. And, geez, it makes me mad, but we had a lot of fun. Car ran great. It was, we had a good time. My wife and I came up here to have a lot of fun, and we did just that.
Well, thanks a lot, Pete. Pete, disappointed, but he now knows, undoubtedly, how many laps were in the Fastmasters feature. Back to you, Dave.
Well, the Fastmasters obviously loved it. The fans obviously loved it. Pete Hamilton's smile on his face, every bit, I think, as impressive as the one with which we started the show. Here's how it ended with the double checker for Brian Redmond. Hey, Silver Crown feature up and coming. There is your Fastmaster class of '93.